What is up, everyone? If this is your first time hearing my voice or seeing my face, please go check out the other things on my channel. How scared do you have to be to run out on ice without any clothes? Now, beginning in episode 2, obviously they find these 6 bodies that are submerged in the ice. And they're kind of floundering around, and Liz Danvers is telling her team to get it the fuck together. All of you are part of the police force and all of you are acting like 3rd graders. Then one of the actual troopers breaks off the arm of one of the frozen bodies, and then the body starts screaming, which I think is honestly probably the best part of episode 2 because it really gives the eerie nature that something is happening. And stick a pin in that because I'll come back to that aspect towards the end of this video. Again, like I said in my previous video about True Detective, these 6 bodies were of geoscientists looking for some sort of way to essentially cure cancer or cure certain diseases and illnesses that affect the body. And usually people that are studying geoscience within icebergs and stuff like that, it takes a long time. You have to be very careful because you may release something that might not be able to go back into Pandora's box. But everyone is kind of wondering, why are all 6 of these geoscientists outside with no clothes, no shoes, nothing? They're all naked. And they all looked like they were screaming in fear for their lives. So essentially, the deputy or the commander of the entire station tells Liz Danvers, hey, we're gonna send these bodies up to the facility. And Liz Danvers is like, you know what? She kind of thinks back to what Trooper Navarro said to her, and she's like, we're gonna keep the bodies here. We're gonna figure this out. Mind you, Liz Danvers has tried to keep her hands off of the previous case that Trooper Navarro was on because she just did not want to muddy the water, and it was already ruining her reputation. And for Trooper Navarro, especially talking to Liz Danvers as a white woman, she's like, most of the time, us indigenous people that are out in this region usually do not get justice for what happens to us or what is done to us, or, mistreatment or discrimination. Liz Danvers basically says that's not my problem. It's never going to be my problem. But she makes it less of a race thing and makes it more of, Trooper Navarro, you're kind of just tripping, chill the fuck out. And Trooper Navarro's like, no, you're a woman, you should understand things like this happen all the time, especially being where you're from, so why don't you understand me right now? Liz Danvers doesn't want to fucking hear it. She's like, get out of my face. But obviously we go back to Liz Danvers, the rest of the troopers, and the deputy being back at the facility. And Liz Danvers is like, you know what? I'm going to open this case and I'm going to close it. The deputy is like, no, let the bodies be sent to the other facility. Liz Danvers says, no, I'm going to close this case. And he said, how so? Then he started laughing with his buddies and the other troopers. Liz Danvers takes it upon herself to take all the documents out of one of the cabinets and read some of the legal aspects of what their job is and what their job description is. And she basically shuts him the fuck up. So she's changing her mind and her decisions about how she's been going about everything, and she's choosing to take on the fucking case. Okay. Again, like I said in my previous video, I have a hard time liking Liz Danvers as a character because I think she can be a hard ass. But it's not necessarily about her being a bitch. It's more about how she goes about it and how she also goes about her relationships with not only her having sex with the deputy of the entire police department, but also how she treats Trooper Navarro, and also how she treats her daughter, and also how she kind of treats people in the actual region of where they're at. So I think I can properly say and go on the record that she's not the nicest person in the world. So my likeness for her out of 10 is probably going to be a 6. Trooper Navarro is definitely at a 7 or 8, but I think sometimes even Trooper Navarro can be tripping sometimes. Most of the troopers that are in the actual police department aren't shit either, but I do like the rookie. I would probably rate him roughly probably a 7, just because I think he has a lot to offer to the actual show. Liz Danvers and the rookie that is a part of the show actually have a really good interaction where she's kind of teaching him how to study when it comes to, solving these cases and stuff like that. And she's kind of carefully coaching him through like what to say. Don't ask questions. Tell me, like, give me a hypothesis. Let me believe in what you're saying, even though you don't know the answer yourself. Liz Danvers actually takes it upon herself to move all of the 6 bodies from the Arctic region into one of the hockey stadiums that is located within the small town. Now, we also learned that Liz Danvers was fucking on the main woman that controls the hockey stadium's husband like 10-12 years ago. There's a funny line where they kind of sit down next to each other and Liz Danvers is like, hey, can we use your hockey ring for an investigation? We need to find somewhere to store the bodies and also have them de-thaw. The woman's like, I'm not doing it for you. I'm gonna do it for this town and that's it. And Liz Danvers just doesn't say anything. She's kind of looking around like, okay, she might rat my ass out right now, but... Another line that I also want to talk about that I actually quoted, knowing the differences between why ghosts are here. She mentions that either they're here to tell you something, to show you something, or to bring you back with them. Because she delivers again, another strong line, even the dead get bored. But overall, that's pretty much all of episode 2 for the most part. There is a traumatic scene that happens where the rookie's dad comes in because he had stole some of the casework for the previous case that Trooper Navarro was on from him. And the rookie was studying the 6 bodies in the hockey rink stadium. The dad comes in and just slaps the fuck out of him and was like, family is blood, and if you don't understand that, then we're gonna have a fucking problem. The last thing that I wanted to add is that by the end of the video, Liz Danvers, the rookie, Trooper Navarro, and everybody come back to the actual hockey stadium and notice that one of the bodies is gone. And so everyone's kind of looking around thinking, okay, well, he's not dead. But how can a body that's been well over frozen not be dead? So at this point, everyone's just kind of freaking out. Now, mind you, the body did scream when the arm was broken off, but that wasn't the same body that escaped. I don't think so. I don't think. So the question is, where's the other body at? So everyone's kind of freaking out, and then that's how the show ends for episode 2. That pretty much concludes episode 2. Let me know what you think down below, and if you've watched episode 1 and episode 2, or if you haven't watched it, why you're not watching it, it doesn't really matter. Pop that bubble and subscribe, like, share, comment, and I will see all of you later on the next one.